Everyone thinks old rifles are worthless. They're wrong. Dead wrong. The surplus market proved that completely. Rifles sitting in safes for decades just became valuable assets. People thought supply was endless. It wasn't. They thought prices would stay low. They didn't. We're breaking down 8 rifles that shattered every assumption about military surplus value. The truth will surprise you. These 8 rifles are the proof the market completely changed. Number 8. Japanese Type 38 Arisaka. Starting at number 8, we have the Type 38 Arisaka. This is the grandfather of Japanese military rifles. Made from 1905 right through World War II, millions came out of Japanese factories. But here's the thing that matters. Finding a good one today is actually tough. The Type 38 fires the 6.5 mm cartridge. When it first showed up, this round was genuinely advanced. It had less recoil than anything the Europeans were using. The rifle itself was simple and well made. Japanese soldiers trusted it. Accuracy was excellent for the era. What makes these valuable now is the same thing that made them valuable then. They're built solid. The metal work on a Type 38 is clean. The machining is precise. Even rifles that have been bouncing around for 80 years still function perfectly. That kind of engineering shows. The real money comes from specific markings. If the rifle still has its MUM, the Imperial Seal, that's important. Early production rifles are more desirable than late war versions. A Type 38 in good condition with correct markings can fetch anywhere from $500 to well over $1,000 depending on specifics. Here's the problem though. Ammunition. The 6.5 mm Japanese round almost disappeared. Manufacturers stopped making it. Even now, if you can find it, you're paying premium prices. That's why collectors treat these more like display pieces than shooters. But the scarcity of the ammo actually makes the rifles more collectible. People realize they can't just grab boxes at the gun store, so they hold on to the ones they have. Number 7. Swedish Mauser M96. Number 7 is the Swedish Mauser M96. If you're familiar with Mauser rifles, you know they built them right. The Swedish accepted this design and never looked back. Used it for decades. That tells you something about the quality. The M96 is chambered in 6.5 mm Swedish, which is one of the best-kept secrets in the rifle world. This cartridge is still being manufactured. You can walk into shops and find it. That alone makes the M96 different from Japanese rifles. But here's what matters for value: accuracy. The Swedish Mauser has a reputation as one of the most accurate military surplus rifles that ever got imported. Not in theory, in actual shooting. Collectors and shooters who get their hands on one talk about how flat the trajectory is, how tight groups shoot, how well it handles recoil. Condition on these rifles varies wildly because many saw actual use. Some are beat up, others are surprisingly clean. The fit and finish on a Swedish Mauser, even on a worn example, stands out. The metal work is tighter than most military rifles. The wood is usually nice walnut. A decent M96 runs higher than a Mosin-Nagant, but not crazy money. You're looking at something in the $400 to $600 range depending on condition. What matters is finding one that hasn't been sporterized. Rifles that were modified for hunting are less collectible. Original military configuration commands better prices. The Swedish Mauser sits in this interesting position where shooters and collectors both want them. Shooters like them because the round is available and the gun actually performs. Collectors like them because they're quality examples of Mauser engineering. That dual appeal keeps prices steady and rising. Number 6. M1 Carbine. Number 6 brings us home to American-made, the M1 Carbine. This rifle got built for a specific purpose. The Army wanted something lighter than the M1 Garand, something for support troops and officers. What they got was a surprisingly handy little gun. Millions of M1 carbines got manufactured during World War II. Multiple companies made them. Winchester, Inland, Underwood, and others. That sounds like there should be tons available. There should be, but most are gone. They got beat up, modified, sporterized into hunting rifles, or simply lost. The ones that survived in original military condition are now scarce, really scarce. If you have a carbine with matching parts, original finish, and all the correct components, you're holding something valuable. Collector-grade examples push past 2,000 easily. Some are higher. Here's the collector mentality. Originality is everything. A carbine that someone bubbled into a hunting rifle, even if it still shoots great, dropped significantly in value. Somebody took sandpaper to that wood. Whoever modified the sights messed with history. Collectors pass on those guns. But grab one that still looks like it came from an arsenal in 1944, and the money gets real. The condition of the bore matters. The matching of all the little parts matters. Manufacturing variations matter. A Winchester manufactured carbine pulls different prices than an Inland version. Supply keeps tightening because people are acquiring these guns for collections, not to shoot. They're going into safes. They're not coming back out. Meanwhile, demand from World War II collectors keeps growing. That combination always pushes prices up. Number 5. Sako M39, Finnish rifle. Number 5 is a gun with serious history, the Sako M39, Finland's answer to the Mosin-Nagant. The Finns took the basic Mosin action and improved it. Better sights, better ergonomics, cleaner manufacturing. What came out was a rifle that was genuinely superior to the original Russian design. These guns fought in the Winter War and Continuation War. Finnish soldiers had them when they faced the Soviet Union. That history sits with the gun forever. Collectors understand what a Finnish rifle represents. The M39 comes from different manufacturers. Most were made by VKT, which became the baseline for pricing. But rifles stamped with Sako or the sky mark of the Finnish Civil Guard cost more. You're looking at premiums of $100 to $200 above a comparable VKT example. The rarest and most valuable are rifles from the end of production in 1944 and 1945. Fewer got made as the war wound down. Equipment was harder to get. Materials were tight. Finding a 1945 dated M39 in excellent condition gets you into serious money. We're talking $700 to $1,250 for the right gun. The real holy grail is a rifle in near unissued condition, one that barely saw service, mirror-bright bore, original factory finish untouched, crisp cartouches never worn smooth. These are museum-quality pieces. When one sells, prices can exceed the upper estimates. Supply of quality examples is finite and shrinking. Rifles are coming off the market into collections, not the other way around. As that happens, the remaining examples become more valuable. Demand stays strong from Finnish collectors specifically and general military surplus collectors. That steady demand on a shrinking supply always equals rising prices. Number 4. Arisaka Type 99. Number 4 is the Arisaka Type 99, Japan's later war standard rifle. They made about 2.5 million of these. That's a lot of guns. Yet finding a nice example today is harder than it should be. Many got destroyed. Others are still in poor shape. The best ones are held tight by collectors. The Type 99 fires 7.7 mm Japanese, which is where ammunition issues kick in. These rounds used to be manufactured regularly. Then production stopped during the Obama ammunition shortage and never restarted. Only one small manufacturer, Steinel, makes consistent runs of it now. That ammunition scarcity transformed how people view Type 99s. Instead of shooter's rifles, they became collector's pieces. You can't just go grab boxes of ammo, so people hold on to the guns. They preserve them. They value them as historical objects, not tools to practice with. The mum, or imperial seal, matters tremendously. An intact mum means the rifle wasn't captured and ground down by Allied forces. It's original. Matching parts are important too. A rifle where the receiver and bolt came from the same factory and same production run is worth more than a mixed parts gun. Early production rifles are nicer than late war examples. Early Type 99s have better finishes, cleaner machining. Later guns, made when materials got scarce and factories got bombed, are cruder. They still work, they're still valuable. But the craftsmanship difference is real. Demand has climbed over the past year. Collector interest rose 30 units in 12 months. TV shows like HBO's The Pacific sparked interest in Japanese military history. That cultural moment created new collectors. Demand outpacing available supply always pushes prices. A decent Type 99 in good condition with decent markings will run you $450 to $1,000. Original examples with great mums go higher. Number 3. Mosin-Nagant. Number 3 is the Mosin-Nagant, Russia's standard rifle from 1891 through the Cold War. This gun has history nobody else touches. It fought in more wars than you can count. Revolutions, world wars, civil conflicts. This rifle was there. The Mosin is the entry point for a lot of surplus rifle collectors. It's simple, it's reliable, it's ugly in a way that's actually charming. A good Mosin just works. No complications. You feed it bullets, pull the trigger, and it goes bang. 5 years ago, you could find Mosins for $89. Boxes of ammunition for next to nothing. Those days are gone. Completely gone. Prices climbed drastically. The past few years took them from curious budget guns to legitimate collectibles. Right now, a decent example runs $300 to $500. What happened? Several things at once. A new generation of shooters discovered them. Video games, especially Escape from Tarkov, made the Mosin famous to young people who'd never heard of it. Supply got tighter. Collectors realized these guns were becoming scarce in good condition. That combination pushed prices up fast. The ammunition situation adds to the appeal for collectors. 7.62 by 54R is still available, unlike Japanese rounds, but prices climbed. It's not cheap anymore. That keeps people from shooting the nice ones. They sit in safes. They get more collectible. Supply of Mosins in decent shape is getting genuinely hard to find. Online marketplaces show limited inventory. Gun auction sites struggle to keep them in stock. Classic Firearms, one of the biggest surplus dealers, has most inventory out of stock. When availability drops like that, remaining examples command better prices. The variants matter too. Dragoon models, rifles made in different countries, rifles from different eras. Collectors hunt specific combinations. That diversity of interest keeps the market active. Demand keeps pulling harder than supply can answer. Number 2. Lee-Enfield No.1 Mk III. Number 2 is the Lee-Enfield No.1 Mk III, Britain's service rifle through 2 world wars. This gun has a special place in history. The British built them, but they also got manufactured in Commonwealth countries. Canada made them. Australia made them. That international production means variations that collectors hunt. The Lee-Enfield has a following that extends beyond just military surplus collectors. Hunters like them. Shooters like them. The .303 British cartridge is still being made. That's huge because it means you can actually shoot these guns without dealing with scarcity. Right now, Lee-Enfields in good original condition run $400 to $800. The market shows steady appreciation. In the past year, prices climbed $30 to $94 on average examples. Estimates for 2026 put good condition examples in the $550 to $950 range. What drives the value? Originality, plainly. All original rifles are getting harder to find. Many got refurbished after wars. Many had parts swapped. Finding one where everything matches, everything is original, and nothing has been modified is genuinely tough. Those examples get premium prices. The bore condition matters. A bright bore with minimal erosion is worth more than a pitted or worn one. The stock condition matters. Original walnut, properly marked, untouched by refinish attempts, commands attention from collectors. Supply is tightening because originals are moving into collections and staying there. These aren't beater guns. They're not practice rifles. They're held as historical pieces. As they move off the market into safes, remaining examples become more valuable. Demand from collectors keeps steady. That shrinking supply meeting steady demand pushes prices up year after year. The interwar examples are particularly sought after. Rifles made between the world wars before the second one started have special appeal. They're rarer than World War II production. Prices reflect that. A nice interwar Lee-Enfield can hit the higher end of the range. Number 1. M1 Garand. And at number 1, we have the rifle that changed history, the M1 Garand. General Patton called it the greatest battle implement ever devised. He was right. This rifle was revolutionary, semi-automatic when everything else was bolt action, 8 rounds in a clip, reliable, accurate, tough. The Garand was manufactured at Springfield Armory and Winchester. Later, other makers got involved. That production history matters to collectors. A Winchester-manufactured World War II Garand pulls different money than a post-war Springfield. Originality and manufacturer are the foundation of Garand value. Right now, the Garand market is hot. Used examples run $1,477 to $1,779 depending on grade and condition. Over the past 12 months, used prices climbed over $500. Demand is climbing steadily. Demand from used models rose 26 units in a year, which in the collector world is significant. The CMP, the Civilian Marksmanship Program, used to be the place to get affordable Garands. They still sell them, but certain grades sold out years ago. Collector grade and correct grade examples haven't been offered by CMP in ages. That shortage pushed the private market prices up. Those grades are now unobtainable through official channels, so collector prices skyrocketed. Condition grades matter enormously. Collector grade, meaning pristine with minimal wear and all original parts, commands $2,500 and up. Correct grade, slightly less perfect but still desirable, runs $1,500 to $2,000. Service grade, good functional rifles with signs of use, lands $750 to $1,200. Field grade, rougher but still operational, goes $600 to $900. But here's what matters most: the gun itself. Most M1 Garands got arsenal rebuilt multiple times over the decades. Barrels got replaced, parts got swapped, stocks got refinished. Finding one that came from the factory and stayed original is genuinely rare. Those are the ones commanding the highest prices. Winchester manufactured rifles in correct original condition sit at the top of the market. They're the most desirable. Post-war makers like Beretta, International Harvester, and H&R are collectible, but trade lower. Import-marked rifles trade lower still. The Garand market is about World War II history. It's about appreciating a gun that actually changed warfare. It's about scarcity of originals and steady collector demand that never lets up. Prices keep climbing because supply is limited and interest never stops. Original Garands are becoming heirlooms. Families hold them. Collectors compete for them. Prices reflect that.